We begin the day with Elon Musk, his attempt to buy Twitter, and what could be a case of cold feet. Today, Musk tweeted that his $44 billion takeover of Twitter is on hold while he investigates the platform's problems with fake accounts. And he linked a report in which Twitter puts the number at less than 5% of its total users. Now, in his tweet today, Musk writes, Twitter deal temporarily on hold pending details supporting calculation that spam fake accounts do indeed represent less than 5% of users. Then just hours later, Musk tried to dispel doubt that the deal is off by tweeting, still committed to acquisition.
And we go over now to James Sweeney in New York. James, is a big story all day. How should we look at this delay by Musk? What's going on here?
You know what this is, and it took me a while to compare this. If you've ever played a sports video game and you need to make sure that you have the right starting lineup, what do? You hit pause, you double check to make sure everything adds up, and then you begin the game. And that's what Elon Musk is really doing here. He's just making sure all the pieces of the puzzle are in place before he takes over. Elon Musk struck a deal to get Twitter in late April, right? And in that deal, one of the stances he promoted was that Twitter needs more verified users, no more bots. And that was great news for some, bad news for others. Some on the right had a spike in Twitter followers, some on the left, including a lot of politicians, were screaming that they lost thousands of followers overnight. And after all of this noise following about Twitter accounts, Twitter then announces that it estimates fake fam accounts do indeed represent less than 5% of users. They announced this after all the noise and after Elon's buyout. And you know what else they added? Twitter added in the fine print of its quarterly results, in quotes, that the actual number of fake accounts could be higher. Could. Now, if you want to buy a used car and you want all the facts, right? If you're going to buy a used car, you want all the facts. Elon Musk is doing exactly that. He wants all the facts before he jumps in the vehicle and drives away with his new used car.
All right, briefly, what if he decides that he doesn't want this used car and he walks away from Twitter? Could that cost him?
Yes, it could cost them because we're seeing Twitter and Tesla prices slide. And according to the agreement itself, if he walks away, he will end up losing about $1 billion. But if he does indeed find foul play in Twitter's own internal research, then he can go back into a meeting and say, no, you lied. We're going to restructure this deal and get myself a better price. That's exactly what he's going to attempt to do, I believe.
All right, James Sweeney in New York. Thank you very much.
So what is Musk trying to do here? Some say he's having second thoughts. Others say he's trying to push down the purchase price for the company. What we do know is that Musk has been vocal about his dislike for spam, scam, and troll accounts, saying he wants to make sure that users are who they say they are.
We have to get rid of the bots and trolls and the scams and everything, because that's obviously diminishing the user experience.
Permanent bans should be extremely rare and really reserved for people where they're trying to, for accounts that are bots or spam, scam accounts, where there's just no legitimacy to the account at all.
If somebody's operating a bot and troll army, I'm definitely their enemy, just to be clear.
So is Elon Musk really getting cold feet here? Here's tech analyst Sarah Silver from Quinnipiac University in the United States.
I think this is a pretext for getting out of the deal. It's simply not credible that he didn't know this was an issue. He's a very sophisticated investor, and this has been a problem disclosed in SEC filings for years. Elon Musk would have to pay $1 billion to get out of this deal, which isn't a huge amount of money for the richest man in the world. On the other hand, he's gotten to sell quite a bit of billions of Tesla stock that he owns before the price dropped by 25 or 30%. So he's already made quite a bit of profit on that calculation. The fact that Tesla is worth $1 trillion is a product of his image, of his brand. And he uses Twitter to build this brand of a guy who can shoot from the hip and send rockets into space and move the whole auto industry to electric vehicles. But that doesn't translate into producing the companies that are the most profitable. Twitter's always been a much greater figure in terms of cultural and political importance than it has been in economic terms.
And that was tech analyst Sarah Silver there. As you heard, if the deal does not go through, Musk could have to pay up to $1 billion in breakup fees. Maybe he has realized that trying to turn Twitter into a utopian free speech zone in an uncertain financial climate, maybe it just isn't worth the trouble and the $44 billion.